Most of us just throw something away and we think nothing more of it, but that trash will go on quite the journey after it's left your hands. We throw a lot of stuff out too. It's hard to say how much each individual person dumps because we all have different lifestyles, but if you look at figures from the US Environmental Protection Agency, the average American will produce about 5.91 pounds of trash each day. We'll mainly focus on the USA today because, hey, it said Americans produce a lot of garbage. In 2019, The Guardian wrote the US represents 4% of the world's population, but produces 12% of municipal solid waste. In comparison, the countries of China and India make up more than 36% of the world's population and generate 27% of that waste, said the newspaper. The question is, where does all the garbage go? It's a very complicated story because trash can be a global traveler. We have some data from the US Environmental Protection Agency, and although a couple of years old, that data said that in the USA, 262 million tons of municipal waste is created each year. That's a lot of garbage. Half of that is said to end up in a landfill somewhere. Landfills are also a complicated issue, and we'll get around to that. Of the total waste in the USA, only 1/4 of it is recycled. Well, allegedly recycled, but we'll get around to that too. In 2019, The Guardian said that throughout the entire world each year, we produce 2.1 billion metric tons of municipal waste. You can find different figures, but most are close to that amount. By 2025, the massive garbage we create will be much, much bigger, according to the World Bank. If you didn't know, when we talk about municipal waste, we're talking about the stuff collected by the city, the garbage we're all responsible for. By the way, if you're British, you might call this stuff rubbish. Rubbish, garbage, trash, waste, tomato, it's all the same. To give you some idea of how much garbage we all create in this world each year, it's enough to fill 822,000 Olympic-sized swimming pools. We recycle only about 16% of this globally, leaving a lot of garbage that just rests someplace or goes up in flames. Now let's follow some garbage on its journey so we know what it gets up to. The Rockefeller Institute tells us that when we throw stuff out, such as food scraps, clothes, boxes, bottles, cans, etc., certain things travel different paths. There are 3 main paths, and those are to a recycling plant, to a landfill, and to a place it can be incinerated and turned into energy. But it